Yo, welcome. Let's do some drawing. Let's minimize that. Sorry if the webcam's in the way. I'm just trying it out. Man, stressful day. Just gonna chillax and do some drawing. Right. So the last video, this is like take two, because the last video was awful. I rambled on too much, and I had an issue with the colors. Like the colors were fine on PC, and then I looked at it on the phone. And it's like, that's wrong. There's all kinds of levels of wrong. Anyways, let's do stuff. Let's grab a circle, and we're gonna do a coin, a simple coin, maybe a jewel, and then I have a go at the heart. I made it look way too complicated last time. It's so easy, and I'll show you. First of all, we're gonna put this to 8 by 8. Make it easy on everybody. And again, I'm not an artist. This is not a master class. 8 by 8, press enter. This is not a master class from someone that went to university or whatever, right? This is like some guy who's stressed out. He's rocking the mad scientist look, and he's just like, let's do stuff. And I just want to show you that it's not that complicated. So you grab the little circle thing, we put it here in the corner, we click, we drag to the other corner. And also, as I keep saying, like, I am quite literally blind, which means that if I can do this, I just imagine stuff, and I know I put it in, delete all this stuff. I just pick at it until it's nice. If my eyes are this bad and I can draw, I mean, you guys can draw as well. So you just need a little imagination. And if you're gonna make games, then you need the imagination anyways. You can't just go, oh, but I just want to do coding, right? You still need imagination to make everything work. So we're gonna get like this goldeny color. This is kind of too yellowish, but it's fine. We'll work with this. Grab the paint bucket, just click inside, and ta-da! We have the bases for a coin. Then we grab the pencil, and we do the same thing as the platform. We grab a darker color. That's maybe a bit too dark, but whatever. This is just to showcase what you can do. Like a darker version, and then you just click it in, like at the bottom, like that. So now you have a little depth. These colors look a bit too neon for me. I would go for a more orangey look, but this is just to exemplify. Like you guys can like find the right color. And now if you were to make like the coin has a little dip, like a little thing in the middle, you just go like this, and just like that, you have a cool 8-bit coin, like some very old school kind of stuff. You can size this up, do all sorts of stuff with this, and it's just a nice coin to put in your game. Like, don't go making your game thinking big, like very detailed and stuff. Just make a simple game with your own assets, and you'll have so much more fun, right? Uh, let's make it rotate. So we duplicate the coin like that, and we're just gonna make a simple two-side rotation, which means is on the side, is not on the side. So you're gonna grab the black, and we're gonna go here on the corner, and we're gonna click it, and we're gonna drag it down. And again, this corner, click, and then just make a line down. We delete the sides. That's not a side. We delete the sides, or we right click. Yes, we right click, and then the corners as well. Just right click this stuff. Just like that. And then this looks a bit weird. So I'm gonna use the 1, 2, 3, 4 to pick the colors. I'm gonna take that one off, and I'm gonna put one of the darker ones up top and one at the bottom. So like that. So it looks like it has some sort of depth, right? Now if you go up and down with your arrow keys, you can see the coin flip. If we zoom out and we see the corner of the screen. On Piscal, we have this thing. Now it looks like it's freaking out, but if you slow it down, it looks pretty nice. Looks like a nice 8-bit thing. And this color is annoying me. I'm going to give it one try. Just going to zoom in. I'm going to give it one try to get a nicer one. It's more orangey. That might be too orangey. Let's try. Grab that one. And if you want to change all the frames at once, we grab this paint bucket, the one with the circles. Then you hover over what you want to paint. I'm zooming in so I can see the mouse better. And I still missed it. Oh, gosh. Oh, not this. Oh, there we go. I found it. You hold shift down and then you click the color. And now you change the color on every frame. And now we're going to grab a darker one, which I'm still not happy with. Then we select, hold shift, click. I don't know. It's nitpicking. It's a bit more goldeny, so I'm more happy with it. But yeah, it's fine. So that's a coin. Then you just save the project, and then you export each frame like I told you before, right? Now let's do a gem. And the gem is pretty much the same thing. You can do squares, right? Let's grab the pencil. Grab the black. And we fill in the corners. Like that. And now we're going to grab a color. I like blue. I did blue last time as well. It's just, I don't know, it's a nice color. We're going to need 3 colors. So get a nice middle blue. That's probably a bit too bright. Or whatever. This is enough to give you a good context. Let's color it in. Just like that. Yeah, it's a bit too dark. It's fine. There you go. Just color that in. We could have used the paint bucket, but it's fine. Now we're going to grab a darker version. Like that. And we're going to do an L-shaped thing in the bottom. Kind of like we did with a coin. But we go a little bit higher. And now we do the same thing, but with a brighter color. And then we put it at the top. And it's not bright enough. But it already kind of it's kind of showing that it has some sort of depth to it. Make it a bit brighter. Like it's shining at the top, right? Like that. See? So it's like the top is shining, the middle's fine, and then the bottom has like the shadow. Right? It was so easy to do that, right? And now if we just swap to this one, we do the same thing. Except we go like this. We do the brighter one up top. Then we do a shade of the normal one. And then, oh god, wait, there we go. There's the dark. Then we make everything else dark. Kind of like that. So now if we swap between the two of them, look, it kind of looks like a rotating gem. And if you want to make like different kinds of gems, like different colors, all you got to do is copy paste. So, like last time I made a red one, but I'm going to make an orangey one. So you grab the orange. You grab the paint bucket with the circles. You hover over in the middle. And then you shift, click. Now we're going to do the same thing we did for the rest. We're going to grab a darker color. Like that. Get the dark. Shift, click. And then we grab a brighter one. Now we shift, click. And just like that, we have a different colored gem. You can do reds, you can do greens, blues, whatever. You know, go nuts. Let's make a rupee. Okay, let's go to the red. We're gonna use the red for the heart in a minute, anyways. We're gonna use the same paint bucket, and we're gonna do the exact same thing. Shift, click, 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 and we go like that, and shift, click, and on the brighter one, shift, and click. Now you have some sort of Ruby-like thing. But now, and then you just save all this, right? And you have a bunch of assets for your game, right? Just like that. Now, but let's say you want to make a different shape. Experiment with this, right? It's an 8x8. So you only have so many pixels, right? You can make like little squares and it'll be fine. Um, but yeah, let's do something like 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, it's not black. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the middle. Okay, so let's go back one. I was just looking for the middle. Is that the brighter one? Yes, it is. Now we go like that. Basically, we just make a like a triangle shape. Let's delete these. Delete the corners. Make sure that if you don't need the pixel, get rid of it, or if you need the pixel, color it. We're gonna go like we're gonna do the same thing down here. So that one and then that one, and we're gonna go down here, and that one and that one, and then we connect. When you're working with pixel art, like every pixel makes a difference. And the fewer pixels you have, like the bigger difference they make. Like one single pixel makes such a huge difference. So now you have this sort of rupee looking thing. Now you have a few ways to go about this. You can go like this. The same thing we did for the other one. So you make the brighter ones up top and in the corner. Then we grab the darkest one and we do the same thing at the bottom. So the two bottoms and then the corner. And then the middle, we live, we leave, live, we live. Oh my god, I forgot how to say a word again. We leave it. There we go. I know English. We leave it at red. There you go. And I mean, things on the side all look the same, right? If they're thin, like, pretty much the same thing, right? So now you have a rotating rupee looking thing. Like the other way to go about this is to make it with like 4 shades or something. I don't think we can really do it with 8x8s. It's more of a 16x16 and above. But we can try. So we go like this. We fill in some more brights. And then we add a bit more in the middle. And then we do the same thing for the darkest one. We fill in these two. And then we add another two. So it's like we're doing a reverse triangle, right? So it's a triangle there and a triangle there. And then you have these corners, which are also triangles. And on one side, we add the shade. And on the other side, we don't. And it looks a bit scuffed because it's really tiny. Like to make this whole thing work, we really need to scale it up. So if you're working with 8x8s, yeah, just do the regular. I don't know. If I'm feeling it, I'll do the big boy rupee at the end. Right. So that's a rupee. That works fine. For 8x8, when you zoom out like that, it looks nice. Now, if that was an item in your game, that would look really cool. Anyways, let's make a heart. So for the heart, again, is a bit scuffed on 8x8s because we just do not have the real estate to make it good. Unless, at least I don't really know how to do it. I'm gonna be honest. It could be a me problem. We never know these things, but I always assume it's me. Uh, unless when I'm right, which is most of the time. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. All right. So this time I know everything's proper red except for the bottom, but that's intended. So if you go like this, we have a little scuffed heart. Right? It's a bit, I don't know. From far away, and you can even like rotate it. I don't like it because it looks like he has like a face with little ears or something. We could try and drag it more to the middle by doing that. But again, it's, I don't know. Hearts on this resolution don't look very good. Right, we're gonna have to like bump it up. Uh, let's try bring it down one to see if it like being more compact makes a difference. It doesn't. It really doesn't. So hearts on 8x8 is a bit. I don't know. You're gonna have to like scale it up. Yeah. Or you can like put it to one side. If you actually put this to one side, it will look good. Like check this out. So if you go like this, and we close that, we take this one, this one, this one, right? We make it one single line, and now we go like that. Now it actually looks kind of decent. And now we have the extra real estate. Uh, wait, do we go like that? Or uh, do we just add one more at the top? Let's grab the hand. It's like a puzzle. Yeah. It needs to be offset for this to work. It does need to be a little bit offset, which is not ideal, right? So then we'd add one there. Now we'd have a perfect heart. But again, it's eh. You can't put the outline on it. It's just scuffed. Right? It's like there's you get to a point with the math where it just stuff does not work. So we're gonna bump it up, right? Uh, let's scale everything up to 16 by 16. I lost too much time doing that, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. I'm just relaxing. Honestly, I was kind of curious to see if we could actually make it work or not. Right? Couldn't. Right. So here we need to find the middle, and let's see if I don't do the same thing as last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the middle. I'm gonna make one dot there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the middle. So I'm just gonna make it like this, and now I'm gonna start adding the rest. Let's grab our normal red, and let's start adding in the sides. You know what? I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch. Complete scratch. So we're just going to delete everything. This way is not as confusing. Right. Yeah. Sorry about the whole mess, but I just don't use scripts. I can't like read and do this stuff at the same time. So let's find the middle. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's another 4. 1, 2. And now you know it's 3, 4, and that's the middle. So we're going to leave a mark there. So now 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the middle. So we get rid of this. And we're going to add that already. So now we have the middle. Now we're going to go and add 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is very good for people with OCD. You just tap it in, you count. And now let's make a little stair. Down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I should have just done this from the start. There you go. Now we go a bit down. And actually, we're going to go like this. We're going to find the middle down here. We're going to go all the way down. Make sure it doesn't like bounce off to the side. And we're going to set the middle. And now we're going to connect to the sides. Right? 1, 2. And this is not going to be perfect yet. Right. So we have a heart. Now, it's a bit too stretched out for me. I'd like it if it was a bit smaller. Like if this part was a bit smaller. You can make it like dip further in. But I don't know. I like my hearts to be a bit more roundish. Roundish. So let's bring it down a bit. All we have to do is just add 1 pixel. And this is what I mean by filling it in. Like we can do the same thing at the bottom. So we're going to fill one in at the bottom. Like that. So you just keep adding in until you're happy with the outcome. I mean, you don't lose resources by like adding in stuff. You can even like add in one more line, make him like a bit smaller. So that looks nice. And we even have like an outline. Right? We'd have enough to make something kind of fancy later if you want. Like a container. Actually, let's do it right now. Let's make a heart container. We might as well since we're doing it. And we're going to need that line I just deleted. Good job, me. Right, so let's make a heart container. So we have a heart. First things first, we're going to paint it in. So we're going to grab our red. And ta-da. We have a nice heart. It could be more roundish on the side. It's a bit too squarish for me. Right? Yeah, we bring this up more. Yeah, we bring this up more. Like that. Let's see how that works. You idiot. There you go. It's a bit nicer, but it's still annoying me. Let's bring it down 1. I'm going to eventually screw this up. Don't worry. I like it more. I could just add it here. Like, I could just add what's missing here. I think that's what's missing. Also, this is the wrong red. See, I can actually tell the difference between the reds now. Actually, I don't like it. You know what? I think I made the heart too fat. And having a fat heart is bad for your health. Right. So, check this out. So we have a heart. let's make it a container. Let's make the same container I use on Mennonite. And to do that is quite simple. This won't work. We need to make him a little smaller first. Because we need. Let me double check. Yeah, this doesn't work. So we need to make him, I think, like 2 more measures smaller. All right. We're going to work this backwards, right? So we're going to make the outline, the first one. I just deleted this. I know what I did. But we're going to add it back. So this is going to be one of the outlines. And I'm just going like that. And for your patience, I'm actually going to put this on itch for free. And you can just download it if you want. Now we're going to grab a white. Like that. And we're going to do the second line. And I think it's going to work like this. So we're going to grab the second line, like so. And not really sure how I did this. There's something off about it. If you see what it is, you can always fix it, right? Again, it's not like I was saying like I'm an expert. I mean, that already looks good. That looks so nice as a heart container. We can roll with that to be different, like to be one style different than the Mennonite. But if you're gonna do the exact same one I use on Mennonite, we do one more. So we go back to black, and we add one more line, just like so. And shebang. So now you have a heart container. It looks weird when we zoom out too much. It's because I'm zoomed in. Yeah. There you go. It looks a bit better now. Let's get rid of this rotating thing. Obviously, you can do the same thing for the heart, right? You just use the same technique we've been using. But to make the full heart container, like we need a heart that's full, like this one. And now we need an empty heart. And to do that, all we're going to do is this. We're going to duplicate it. And we're going to go to the black. And we're not going to paint it black, right? Because the outline's black. We're going to paint it with a lighter black, like that. And we just need to grab the paint bucket. We're going to change the red to that. So look, now it looks like an empty heart. We have a heart container. We can spice this up. Like I should just end the video right here because otherwise it's gonna get too long. But let's spice it up a little. I'm gonna grab the red, and we could grab a darker red, like that, and we could add even one more outline, just to make it nicer, right? We can go like this. And you can have a better heart container than the one I'm using on Mennonite because I don't use that shade. Does that look better or does that look worse? I can't tell. Maybe it's a bit too dark. You know what? I like it when it's just like a little something to make it pop. And I'm just going to zoom in so I can actually see what I'm clicking. It's just a little something. You can barely tell it's there, but it makes a difference. I mean, even I don't see very well, but I can tell that there's something there that's just giving like that extra thing, right? We can make it a bit more visible, I suppose. Let's see if this was too much. No. It's a bit more visible now. Right. So there's your heart container. Full heart, empty heart. Full, empty, full, empty. Right. And that's how you do some, some basic stuff, right? All right. I had fun. That was good. I was stressing out. I have some issues that I'm dealing with right now. I didn't really feel like doing programming or whatever. And this is always fun. I've always liked being creative. So now that we're at the end, let me just ramble on a little bit. By the way, I'm gonna put this on the description and on the first comment, and you feel free to download and use it in your games. Um, but one of the reasons why I've been enjoying working on Mennonite so much is because I've drawn every single asset. I didn't get anything from outside. From outside my assets. Well, I didn't download anything. And I was thinking about, like, why do I enjoy working on a game when I create my own things? Because, for example, I did it on my other games as well. Like, every time I added something of mine, especially the main character, like, I was enjoying doing Marie's game so much because I spent so many hours making Marie. And then when I put it in, I was playing around. It was like, oh my God, this is so much more fun now. And it's because back in the day, pardon me, I feel like an old guy. But back in the day, when I was little, we'd watch like anime, Dragon Ball, whatever, and we'd draw in our characters, and then we'd draw them like fighting each other, and that was so fun. Like that was so entertaining for us as a kid. Like kids nowadays just grab their phones and play with their phones, right? But we used to draw stuff in, right? And then sometimes we'd like cut the characters uh, with scissors, and we'd make like cutouts. That's the word. And then we'd fight them, right? And that was used to be a blast doing that because it was like our characters, our imagination. We make our own characters, and that's what it feels like when you create your own stuff and then you put it in and you play it, and it's just, I don't know. It feels so much more fun, right? It feels like, I don't know, you're playing with your own creation. It makes you feel like a kid again. That's what I mean. I feel like a kid. And it's like, oh look, it's my little character. I'm making it move and doing stuff. It's I don't know. It's kind of dorky, but at the same time, it makes me happy. Right. So that was your hearts. I'm gonna get these on itch, and then I'll put them in the description so you can get your coins and your gems and all that. I'll make a few coins and stuff. Right. Until the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. You enjoyed? Yeah, I did say it right the first time. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Leave a comment. It'd make me happy. And until then, peace out. After I find the button. There it is. All right. See you next time.